Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Bloody Handz Savage Orc Let's Play. Now, I might have slightly longer loading screens than usual, guys, because I have just discovered my motherboard is in the process of dying, so I will be getting a new one soonish. So just to let you know, my loading screens might be a little longer before we jump into this. Anyway, we're at an end turn at the moment. So let's see what goes on. We're trying to chase down these guys at the moment, and we are about to go to war with the dwarves. Well, you know, go to war with the dwarves and start trying to burn my way through their sort of northern kingdom up here at Karak, Izor, and then we'll move all my forces down to try and deal with them down in the deserts, and then it's going to be moving on to finish off the oh, what are they called? These guys, anyway, the Knights of Flame, and then the vampires down there. And then we will prepare for our Skaven War, which could be fun. Okay, so we've got various factions going through at the moment. The last defenders do seem to be suffering. They're not gone yet, but they are definitely suffering from Skaven. Oh! Skaven are expanding quickly, which is something I do actually want to be careful of, because they are actually quite a powerful faction at this point, I think. They have some quite good territories back here. They're not a small faction, so I want to be a little bit careful. Oh, they ended their non-aggression pact with me. That's brave of them. So at some point, sooner or later, I definitely want to be going to war with the Skaven down here, which is gonna be a fun one. But first of all, I need to start demolishing everyone else. Okay. No, I'm going to do nothing. I'm not really bothered about my leadership at the moment. Now this is where I'm going to do something a little cheeky. I'm going to recruit a lord. He's going to intercept them if they keep going north. I'm going to recruit another lord here. And they're going to do the same thing if they go the other way. Now this is going to cost us a lot of money, so I do want to be careful of this. Right. So now we're being a little cheeky. So we're using these guys.
In your pitiful eyes.
And we're going to join war against.
Will be leveraged against you.
Ooh, can we get them to do that? No, but however, we can join their war against the dwarves, which is, I'm being a little cheeky, using the tactics in a little bit of an odd way here, because by doing this, I only end up at war with the dwarves. It doesn't actually bring any of their alliances into play, and I can jump straight up into the dwarven territories with my big armies. And we are going to march straight on Karak, Izor. But we might see how much income we get from raiding there. We are safe over here for the time being. I am still a little worried about the amount of corruption we're gaining here from the Skaven being around us. Oh, we don't want to be spending too much money because of that negatives. We're only going to be maintaining that negatives for a little bit, however, guys. Okay, so we've buffed up all of my night gobbos as much as I can. We've buffed up my squigs. Oh, actually, let's buff the artillery, because obviously that's my doom divers, which are very good. Okay, Gobbo Big Boss has leveled up. Let's make. Oh no, we've still got other stuff down here. So we're gonna keep upping his damage. And end turn. So things aren't going brilliantly, they're not going badly. The Empire is weakening, unfortunately. The vampires seem to be expanding up here. I really did want to go and try and take on the vampire counts early, but I've just not really had an adequate chance to do so. And unfortunately that means the Empire is slowly crumbling at the moment. Bretonia's doing well, however, so they might end up resurgent through the Empire's former lands. However, we'll see what goes on with them. I'm expecting the Lawmasters to end up to join Lothar at some point, which will give Lothar a good foothold in Lustria as well. So what are Clan Moors? Skaven are doing various things. I said Clan Moors are expanding massively, which is definitely a worry for me. Oh, Clan Scars and the Knights of Flame are at war, which will help keep them a little bit. They've ended their military access pact with me. Well, I'm going to be walking through their territory anyway, and if they complain about it, I will take all of their territory. So, you know, they don't have much choice. Let's see what the Bone Clubbers do this time. Oh, you want peace now, do you? I'm going to take that, because that means I can get Wurrzag into a more useful position. However, if he keeps raiding, that's not going to last long. Is he really still raiding me? Well, sod this peace treaty then.
Yes, it'll be proper good.
This will annoy a lot of people, but I don't care.
Crush them.
This is what happens when you betray me.
The great green prophet.
Stabbing time! Moving! Great and powerful, war boss! Who's the boss?
Okay, you two can get dropped now.
Night Gobbo war boss!
He's very stuck. We'll pop one out here, though he can use the underway. You can get past Karak. So he's stuck now unless he uses the underway. And I've got an intercept chance if he does that. And what do we get from raiding up here? Yeah, it's quite a nice income, however it's not as much as I'm going to get from sacking this place, is it?
Let's go. Now's the time.
That's a fairly good defensive force they've got there.
Get nasty.
It's a lot of iron breakers.
Fight.
Do I want to just go for this straight away? Yeah, we're just going to do this, guys. We're going to swamp their walls and we're going to mash them. This is where I might have a bit of an issue because of my dying motherboard, guys. So we'll have to see how this goes. Now, ideally what I want to do is I want to swamp their walls because they've got less people. Those iron breakers, they are going to be the problem here. They are nasty units. The organ gun, not so much because it's going to be behind their walls. The iron drakes will be a bit of a pain as well because they're effectively flamethrower infantry. And the Thunderers, to be there, this is a nice, solid force. Its real downside is that it's small compared to me. Now, my Savage Orcs aren't really going to be of huge use here because they're not armoured, they're not armor piercing, they're anti-large, and they don't have much large here. So for the Dwarf campaign, my Savage Orcs are probably not going to be as useful. They are still big, powerful, damaging people. I just want to be careful how I use them because I do want to get them being levelled up. And again, a lot of these guys are quite low level comparatively, so I want to be careful with that. However, you know, this is a nice shaped force. I thought it had giants in here. We obviously didn't go for giants in this one for some reason. We just went for giant spiders. Possibly because I wanted to keep all of my orkies. All of my, yeah, these guys. You know what I mean, guys. Anyway, so, Grimgor will be going up that wall. He will be shredding things. All of these guys will be on gate attack duty. These guys can just form a big line along here where they're going to charge and go up the wall from. I'm going to gamble because I think I've got a mage in the other army. My Savage Orcs can they can just be backup for wherever they're needed. Let's go. Okay, you two can actually go over here with your guys. You guys can all move up here. You guys can all go and smash into this gate. And my Savage Orcs can move up. These guys are just going to sit here. Whoa, back! And they can start hitting there. And you see this is the nasty. Grimgor is going to go straight up that wall. Right, all of your melee can start hitting straight up these walls here. As can your Shaman. You guys can move over here into range of some of them. And this is where it gets vicious. These explosive people, these Iron Drakes, are nasty. Why are you all stopping? I get annoyed by this. This seems to keep happening. They will stop just as they get to the walls. These guys can be ready to charge through the wall. Ooh. Where is Grimgor? Grimgor can throw out some buffs. He can actually try and get off the wall after their lord. And now it's charge. All of these guys charging their leader, as is Grimgor. He is not going to last. He's a dwarf, so he's got a lot of armour, but you see there, straight away Grimgor does a humongous amount of damage to him there. My guys are starting to breach the walls, but against these guys it is difficult. But you guys can all start charging down as you get on. Right, these guys can all be moved around behind. And they're going to start pushing up behind. These guys are breaking onto the walls now. Oh, they're actually sending some people over here. You guys can all charge up here against these slayers. As can you, Mr. Lord. You guys can move up onto the walls. You guys can turn this way and start shooting in. In fact, you guys can start taking on their artillery. Come on, Grimgor, hit their lord. Right, you guys can start all hammering up behind here. Right, you guys can start going down here to help defend here. As can you guys, because these guys need some support. Does their lord have any abilities yet? No. Where's their Shaman? Let's throw out a nice big buff or two. Do we have the buffs? Right. It's Foot of Gork time on these Iron Breakers here. And a nice explosion on top of that. And then some spells going in. And that's how solid Iron Breakers are, guys. They barely flinched there. Okay. I'm confident on this wall, so I'm going to get some more guys down helping deal with the Iron Breakers. Then we're going to send one unit after their artillery. You guys can just auto-focus now. throw another spell into there. I need to get more help on these iron breakers, actually. Some of you guys can break off. We're good here for now. Grimgor can get himself properly involved and throw out all his buffs again. He buffs everybody around him nicely. These iron breakers are probably the nastiest thing on this field. As you can probably tell. Let's do some spinnies through them. That's nicely hit them. These are slayers, they won't break. Those iron breakers are gone and we are cracking their force. Everything is down other than the slayers. Let's get everybody on these slayers now. And it's double time that this is over. So, we took a lot of damage on my big units, but not too badly. Considering what we were up against, considering how tough some of those units are, guys, I'm actually really happy with that victory. That was a good, strong victory there. And Karak Izor is unusually small here. But we have just taken Karak Izor, which is one of the original Dwarven capitals. Now, admittedly, those guys want to go to Karak 8 Peaks, but, you know, this is a huge buff for us. Of course, their main lord wasn't there. He's down in the desert somewhere because they moved their big armies down there. Hopefully we'll get a good sack from here. Assuming this place has not been destroyed relatively recently. But that's a smaller city than I was expecting. So we'll have to see exactly what goes on, guys. But we should get a good victory from here. And again, not a huge amount of kills for anyone. I don't think they all got a reasonable amount of kills. But again, and some good experience gains. Again, we don't have the experience yet. And actually, you know, there's less dwarves when you fight because these guys got so few kills. 36k, guys. So yeah, that was a nice sack. And let's take it. We'll knock that one over. We probably will set this little area to be a military place simply because it's on our borders. So it'll be a nice place to keep hold of militarily. Have some nice military buildings there, but I'm in no rush to do that. Right. Let's do some building. I want walls because we saw what happened when I forget about them, didn't we, guys? Oh, and I want one of them. I also want gold. You definitely want that leveling up. We're burning through our money very quickly here, guys. Not so fussed about other places in here at the moment. You definitely want leveling up. Ooh, we're having some public order issues here, actually. Some obedience issues here, actually. So, it's just because of the corruption. There's not a huge amount I can actually do about that. Other than potentially pop a lord up there. Pop you a wall. Let's try and throw a peace treaty straight back out there. Never going to accept that, though. Okay, he needs leveling up. He's got most of his health ones, actually. So what do I want to put? Let's make him a dodgy geezer. My Orc Shaman. We want the other nice big buff. So the melee attack buff, that's a very good one. Let's build some extra walls. You, I'm not so fussed about. You can just hold that. Let's enter. Okay, guys, we've just spent all that extra cash we got very quickly, because you do. Upping our defences in case we get another situation like before. Obviously, that's a big hit to the dwarves because that was one of their big settlements. There's only one more, even though this is quite a long territory. There's only actually one more territory up here, so that should be a nice, easy cap for us actually. and then we're going to start bringing our armies back down here, and we'll start hitting the dwarfs in their homelands. Well, what is now their homelands. I've taken their original homelands, and we'll start we'll start finishing off the dwarves, and then it's going to be moving on to the Knights of Flames, then the Vampire, then we'll have a little bit of a reconsolidation, and we will start our Skaven War, guys. And our Skaven War, I think, is going to be quite a bitter one. It's going to be a matter of capturing and cracking their big armies early on, and then not stopping, because the Skaven regen, they can pop armies out so quickly, guys. It's one of their really big things. Them losing the odd army really isn't a bad thing, and losing lots of armies isn't a bad thing. They can just throw armies of Skaven slaves at me theoretically, and they will be able to just keep coming and coming and coming. We'll take Morks to get the fightiness for more turns, and we will finish off the Bone Clubbers. You guys are gone.
Good crash them.
Okay, now you can start double timing it back down.
Let's go. Get going.
Nope, I can't get there and raid. You can actually hold there while we start rebuilding. I'll go for walls first. I'm a little concerned about here, and a lot of this is due to the corruption. I could just stop extorting their income, but this place makes me a fortune.
Happy to help. Getting it done.
Let's pop a little force of gobos up here just to help protect it. Here's one up here. You can get things which help increase the local territory. Do we have any followers I can give them which help their local territory? Ah! So we're going to start popping all of these untainted guys in here. Because this will help bring down the territory, and obviously these are also upping our... Okay, so that should be enough. So that should really start. I probably don't even need him. And that should bring this territory back in line relatively quickly. So let's end turn again. And hopefully start burning down that vampiric corruption. And it does give us a lord there in case we ever need it, though. That's probably not going to be something we're going to need too soon. We shall see how that one goes anyway. Okay, so I'm interested in what the Warriors of Chaos are doing. And the Varg up here are still expanding. They are somebody I might well start coming into contact with soon up here. So at some point I might need to get an army up here to probably actually garrison it around here, or try and retake here and have that held, because that's a very good choke point area. If the vampires really do start falling back too much. Ooh, that's not good. So we're going to have to send somebody to deal with Lawmasters there. Fortunately, we do have a couple of good armies nearby, but I'm not looking forward to fighting High Elves, I'm going to be honest. Depending on their army setup, they could be very, very damaging actually to me, because they're very, what's the word I'm after? They're very archer focused, which means they could just use a short, small line and hold me, which could cause problems. Okay, so that's good. We brought here in order, and we're dropping the Right, you take here quickly. Oh, really? I expected that to be quicker. Okay, you can lay siege to there. You can jump straight back over. You can actually be... Where are you? You can start heading this way instead, so I can get you over there.
Displease me, and you will pay with...
Okay. This might be worse than the Chaos Invasion, guys. Goddamn vampiric corruption spread. This army could be a pain to deal with, guys. You can start moving up here in case he makes landfall here, so you can reinforce here. He has not got great defences at the moment either, that's the problem. And I suspect... Oh, yeah, I suspect this is going to be a nasty army.
Do not sully me.
No, I don't want peace with them, but I might need to break off this attack.
Wurrzag.
Yeah, we're going to break this one off for now.
Let's find some scum.
He can double time it down here to be ready to push through here as well to support. Okay, guys, let's enter and let's see where these guys go. Once I've dealt with them, and this is the issue with having coasts in this game, is actually coasts, while they get you a lot of money from the ports, they also make you very vulnerable to random invasions from the sea, which you don't necessarily see coming. Now, the Dark Elves get Black Arcs, which you can use to pepper your coasts with, which are very, very good. However, you know, even then, if you've been watching my Dark Elf campaign, you'll have seen I've had problems with coastal invasions occasionally from Chaos and from Lothan before I managed to take them out. Okay, so they are getting there, ready to make landfall there. I'm going to try and zerg both my armies down here as quickly as I can to intercept them. Hopefully, that's the only army coming, and if I fend that off, hopefully I'll be able to.
I has already heard your words, but speak up.
Okay, Lord Scrog has ended in non-aggression pact with me. I really don't care. No, hopefully if I beat them off, they won't come back anytime soon. But I think they're friendly with most of the people around them, which is probably why they're exploring this way and probing over here, especially while they're at war with me, which is not good. I wish I could see a bit more of what Skaven were doing over here. However, because there could even be a massive internal Skaven civil war going there, which I would never know anything about. Okay, we have a war. Sorry about the trespassing. I'm really not sorry. Right. You can stick with me for the moment. That is very useful to have, though. We're still going to go down. I'm confident they can deal with them. I'm just going to move him up here just in case they decide to go for here. And we are going to up my public order in here a bit more. So it could be 4 more obedience, which should bring this in order. We are now doing okay up here, guys. And we are going to end this here with us moving in on this High Elf army. We'll, even if they take here, we'll capture it back relatively quickly. Then we'll just send a force up. Grimgol with his war back up to deal with here, and then it'll be pushing down. We might even go to war with the Knights of Flame right away and take out just to re-secure here as well, and then it'll be straight across and start burning through all of this territory and capturing this. But I'm gonna have to pay attention to the elves over here of sending armies across, and once we've taken here, our next thing might even just be able to go. We just might need to go and secure some for some of the coastline here. I suspect these grey areas here are Skaven. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying it.